Investors are hesitating at the moment to come to Ghana. The economic situation is difficult. And I noticed you were critical of the proposals to restructure domestic debt. But nevertheless, it's a real problem. And investors will be looking at what your solution is to this domestic debt. In fact, and the international, you mentioned some solutions, the international, but the domestic debt is particularly difficult. And do you think that the proposal for a Ghana compact to re-establish the sort of some economic consensus around the way forward is going to be part of that solution?
I'm not opposed to debt restructuring. Debt restructuring is a condition precedent to get in an IMF program. And Ghana needs to do a debt restructuring to be able to go into a program. What has been the contention is a lack of dialogue and consultation with the debt holders on the domestic side. I know currently negotiations are taking place with the bondholders on the external side. Not the same treatment with domestic bondholders. Government feels it can just ride roughshod over them. So one fine Sunday night, we're all relaxed at home, and then we had the finance minister, address the debt restructuring and announce how it was going to be done. 0% in 2023, 5% in 2024, and after that 19% in 2017, and then going all the way till 2035 without any consultation. I have been an advocate for dialogue. Before this whole crisis started, I advised the government, I said, hold a national dialogue on the economy. Give what the state of the economy is, and let everybody buy into it and understand. And then after that, seek a broad consensus behind your economic program. This suggestion was never taken. And then what we expected would happen actually happened. We had kept raising the red flag since 2019 about government's reckless borrowing program, going onto the Eurobond market every year for $3 billion and not investing it in the productive sectors of the economy, most of that money being used for consumption. And that is what has ended us where we are. And after you've recklessly mismanaged the economy, you don't want to make the same sacrifices. You're asking the people to make all the sacrifices. Sacrifice your bond, I'll pay you in 15 years. How do you know the person will live till 15 years? And yet, correspondingly, government expenditure is increasing. One would have thought that in this crisis, you're not going to increase your debt in this budget by 82 billion over last year. 2023 budget has seen government expenditure increase by 82 billion over 2022. That is not a government that is serious about making the same sacrifices it is asking the people to do. And that is our concern with this debt restructuring program. Apart from that, you don't let the driver who ran you into a ditch after you've managed to pull the car out of the ditch, see him sit behind the wheel again. And I mean, the majority itself, members of the MPP, have said, take this finance minister out. Bring somebody who the public will have more faith in, and because he didn't create the crisis, they will be better able to have a negotiation and sit down with this person and negotiate in good faith. But the one who's caused the problem is the one you're asking to negotiate with bondholders for a debt restructuring. So that is our concern with the debt restructuring.